Hey everybody. So I just told Jackie not so long ago that I had the need, I guess, to make another video, but I was just kind of putting it off to the side. Didn't really have any theme or anything in mind. I had posted earlier a video asking you guys if you would be interested in setting up a time. I called it an answers and questions thing. I should have been more specific. I was getting kind of towards a meet and greet, because you guys have all been, the tribe for a while now. You guys know each other, pretty well. I'm new to the tribe and I want to get to know you. However, when Jackie saw the video, she actually posted on it, she asked a question. And I actually had went in and was answering her question, trying to get it to come up on my other computer. I apologize, you guys. Just so we're clear, I'm not super rich because I have two computers. I'm not even tech savvy. I probably shouldn't have two computers. I just happen to have two computers. Anyways, I'm trying to get the video that I'm talking about to come up so I can see there we go. Okay, so anyways, when I read her question, I started answering her by typing it all out, and it hit me, this is what I want to do. I want to answer her question where you can all hear the answer, because you just, everybody's different. You never know who needs to hear whatever they need to hear. So anyways, Jackie had asked, question, how do you not let a bad thought turn into a bad day? Jackie can tell you, Josh can tell you, my boyfriend can tell you, I am a notorious overthinker. I overthink everything all the time. I overthink it to the point that I think myself into a bad mood a lot of the times. I manage to, make up or be mad about scenarios and things that haven't even happened yet. When I first started to rise on my journey, I realized, all right, I'm an overthinker. That's the problem. How do I fix it? Where is the problem in the overthinking? Okay, because it's not necessarily a bad thing to overthink. My issue was I was only overthinking to the negative aspects. I wasn't thinking a situation fully through. Well, it was just, this is how this might happen, and if it was bad, that's where I stayed. I never thought it on the other side. Well, what if this happens? Okay, so actually Josh was the one who got me started looking at it that way. All right, so that started me working on my overthinking. However, I had actually read this quote on Facebook, I think it was, or something, I don't know, a while back, that not only changed my mindset completely, but it literally is what catapulted me into my actual rising. And the quote was, did you really have a bad day? Or did you have 10 to 20 minutes where you let your thoughts run undisciplined, which led you to a bad vibe that you let carry you away? That in itself was like, oh my God, eye-opening. It was what followed that, and it is, come on, you run this shit, pay attention. It was at that moment I had decided I was taking my life back. I didn't care how hard it took, and it also made me realize that I am my own worst enemy. I am my hardest critic, and I think that's probably true for any of us. Once I drilled that in my head, and trust me, it did not take long, it made me realize, oh my God, the only reason I'm in a bad mood is because I let one negative thought that might have not even been a real thought, or anything that needed to be a bad thought, ruin my whole day. So really, ultimately, the only one who is controlling me is me. So when I have a negative thought, now it depends on the seriousness. I mean, let's be real, right? We're going to be real about it. We're going to be real. If it's something minor, like, I made a mistake at work, okay? And trust me, my job's not hard. I do dishes. And I talk shit. That's about the extent of it. But, all right, let's just say I had to do something. I did it wrong, and I didn't get yelled at. I got talked to. That, to me, was a negative thing instantly. Okay? Doesn't matter. Now I feel like you know what I mean? Like, that one little critique or repercussion managed to throw me into complete failure. I fucked up, and it would ruin my whole day, because then I sit there and, well, that failure leads to the other thoughts of things that I feel like I might have failed at. another thing with me for my bad days is I suck at communication. I do and I don't. Probably Josh is probably laughing like, no, this bitch never shuts up. He's not wrong. But I do. I lack in communication. I tiptoe around if I have an issue with somebody because I don't want to hurt their feelings. Once I learned to stop doing that, it was great. You know, I read something that said there's a little truth in every just kidding and a little, I don't know, something stupid. I've learned bluntness goes a long way, honesty goes a long way, right? So if I come home from work and I am in a bad mood because I have put myself in that bad mood, I put been a horrible day because that one thought in the morning ruined my whole day because I let it, I shut down. That's also not really good to do either. Again, something I'm working on. So yeah, that's how I do it. I just that thought, that quote is like it's drilled into my brain. It did not take me but 20 minutes to drill it into my brain, and I knew I had it just by the instant change. Which kind of brings me to something else I wanted to say. I have made this journey more than once. I have not made it to the point that I've been this successful in it. I don't even know if I really actually was really working as hard as I thought I was. And the reason I say that is because in the last 4 days, all right, I have had so many people come up and tell me, you look amazing. You look like you're so much better, but you know, so forth and so on. And I just like, that's huge. I didn't even realize how many people were ever really watching me, you know? I mean, I don't want to say it like that, but I mean, it is what it is. My boyfriend today, he said something to me. I was, you know, I walked him up to work and we were talking and I walked in and I had to go talk to his boss. She's doing something for me for him and I had to get that squared away so he wouldn't want to come in. But he looked at me, he goes, you know, happiness looks amazing on you. And you know what? I felt like my heart, of course, fell because he's just so cute. But I turned around and I said, thank you, and likewise, because it looks very well on him. Without giving you guys too much information, yet anyway, my boyfriend and I, Austin and I, we've had our issues. I mean, every relationship does. My communication skills suck big with him. Anyways, this morning we had gotten up. And he seemed, I don't want to say distant, but just kind of like lost in his own little world. You know, just kind of seemed almost upset. So, first of all, the first thing I would have normally done is I would have overthought that and said, okay, crap, what did I do? I didn't do that. I did ask him, though. I said, hey, you just seem like you're upset or something's bothering you. And he responded to me with, I'm actually really good. Just been in this kind of inner peace, kind of detached from my body, but still in my body, if that makes sense. Of course it makes sense. I'm literally having that same issue. Inner peace is hard to deal with at times. And I told him, I said, you have no idea how much sense that makes. That's how I felt since all of a sudden positive changes. I said, maybe not as inner peaceful as you are at the moment. It varies. But I'm wondering, and it hit me, I'm wondering if it's going to be like this because him and I were doing this together and we didn't even know it. You know what I mean? Basically, one of us stepped up at some point. Whether it was him or me, there's no way to know. And the other one fed off of that. Okay? So I actually told him, and I said, if that's the case, then you are correct. Because he likes to throw me for a loop and call me Fulmer as last name. We're not married. He does that just to be smart. And he does it because he knows it bothers me. I said, if that's the case, then you are correct in using your last name with mine, because that's a bond that me and him could never have with anyone else in any lifetime, which literally is the definition of a twin flame. And he responded with, oh, that's deep and an awesome way of putting it. And then the conversation goes on, you know, where I point out all the different changes and stuff. When Jackie and I and Josh and Austin, we all first started hanging out, one of our favorite go-to phrases was, I can help everybody else, I just can't help myself. You know, you get told, well, why don't you practice what you preach? Take your own advice. Because I don't want my advice. I want everybody else to use my advice. I can't use my advice. That doesn't make sense, right? Wrong. It absolutely is wrong. And you can change that, which I'm, like, so happy that I can do that. point being, Austin had issues, okay, that caused issues in the relationship. The past version of me, she was a vendetta devil bitch that would stop at nothing. If I got hurt, I'm going to hurt you back, and I'm going to make it scar that you don't ever forget it. Not the best way to be. Austin made some mistakes, made some bad choices, whatever. Okay, then was preaching to me about the things I needed to work on. He was the first person in my life, first guy in my life that I was like, I don't know what it was. It was his aura, this vibe. I don't know. I looked at him, and I didn't see what everybody else saw. I didn't even see what he saw. I saw what everybody and he couldn't see. There was just something about him that I couldn't just give up on him. That's not normally how I would be. Like I said, I'll take you out and I'll make you think about me for the rest of your life in the worst kind of way. And it's why I couldn't give up. And the fact that I was breaking his cycle, or helping to push him to break his cycle is how I should word that. I was breaking my own. Austin has been tattooing people for like 7 years, maybe give or take. He just recently went into it being a profession, in an actual tattoo shop. He took a leap, a big risk, by quitting his 9-to-5, which wasn't ever 9-to-5, rather than trying to work 2 jobs, and went into a full-time shop. It has been awesome that I can sit there. I sit here and I watch him just, soar. But unfortunately, in the same sense, it also made him 10 times harder on himself. His biggest fear now isn't anything but failing at that. And we've talked about it and stuff. Yeah, you guys, I have no idea where I was going with that. I'm sitting here thinking about just how happy we both are. It's amazing because we are that, like, the twin flame. And Jackie, I'm sorry, Josh, you didn't tell me this, Jackie did. Well, anyway, I had screenshotted the messages and sent them to her, and she, of course, replied with her books. No offense, Jackie, I love reading your books, I do, I love it. But she helped connect the rest of the dots for me to make it more understandable, and it was like the literal definition of me and Austin. So yeah, this was just supposed to be an answer Jackie's question. I just kind of ran with it. I do have to work today, so I feel like I have a ton to do, but I don't want to do anything besides, watch and observe. I don't want to go to work, but then I do because I talk a lot of shit there. Those guys, I can shut them down pretty easy. Ever since I can remember, well, ever since we've all been hanging out, Josh and Jackie's always been hashtag Team Austin. It's a guy thing, I get it. Jackie, I'm not sure what her deal was. I'm just kidding, Jackie, you know I love you. It's all just jokes. But, so yeah, the whole point of me answering it in a video is because I want you to understand is that one quote is what catapulted me into a so much better life. It's nice, no, it's beyond nice to feel loved and wanted by somebody, but it's even better when you feel it for yourself. I told Jackie this morning, I'm actually starting to feel like I'm free. And I know she knew what I meant, and I'm sure you guys do too, but just to be clear, I mean like free from all that crap, all that bullshit, all that pain, all that past, the shit I couldn't just let go. And even though it was way past time, I feel like a weight has gone. Like that I'm free. But I'm not done. If you want my honest opinion, I don't think anybody will ever find their true self in their entire lifetime. Probably not even the next. That's my full belief is why we have a twin flame. In order to find yourself fully, truly fully, you have to bring that twin flame back. You have to be together in one to have that full soul. So, anyways, guys, so I'm going to get off here. Like I said, I got to get ready for work. My phone's blowing up like crazy. I'm never popular when I want to be popular. Anyways, you guys take care, and I will hopefully talk to you guys soon. Bye.